Hello yogis, how are you? Happy Friday, welcome in. So great to see you. Throw anything in the chat that you're wanting to work on tonight. Legs, hips, shoulders, just some breathing today. Depending on what you need, we can cater the class. But I think we will move today. Of course, modify as you need, as always. Let's begin in a comfortable seated position, and I'll check the chat if anything comes up. I'll see it, so feel free to chime in as needed. Find your comfortable seat. That can be legs folded underneath or crossed in front. You may sit on a block or directly on the floor. And when you find your comfortable seat, take note of both sides of your hips. And you might rock side to side a little bit, really finding the apex of your sitting bones. They're round and you're balancing right on the top of both of them. And then from that balanced point, find some energy lengthening upward to the crown of the head. And we'll do 3 cleansing breaths. Inhale through the nose. Exhale with a sigh. Inhale again. Exhale with a sigh. One more time, inhale. And exhale, fully blowing all the air out. A few rounds of Ujjayi breath, establishing the breath rhythm, in and out through the nose. Allowing the body to fill with air on the inhale and empty of air on the exhale. You're welcome to keep Ujjayi breath going just like this. Long, slow, rhythmic inhales and exhales. Or if you'd like, you can join me for alternate nostril breathing, Nadi Shodhana. Using your dominant hand, and there's a couple ways you can do this. You can place 2 fingers on your third eye, encouraging some receptivity through that energy center. If you're at all congested due to pollen, hand raised here, that's me, you can even use the other fingers, the pinky fingers and ring finger, and your thumb to open up the nasal passageway. You can slide that skin to the side so you feel the unilateral breathing through one side of the nostril and then the other. So using your dominant hand, we'll start by inhaling through your dominant side nostril. So if it's your right hand, your right nostril. Close that nostril, exhale through the other side. Inhale through that same side. Change, exhale the first side. So the change happens after the inhale. Stay here on your dominant side, inhale. Change, exhale. Inhale here. Change, exhale, other side. Try one more full sequence on your own breath rhythm, or return to Ujjayi breath. You may have a really significant imbalance between right and left side. Working with Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing, can help to clear the nasal passageways if you are affected by allergies, or if you get anxious during the day, this is an excellent tool for anxiety. When you finish your last exhale, release your hands and return to Ujjayi breathing for 1 or 2 rounds. Bilateral breath coming in and out through both nostrils. Filling up both lungs. All right, yogis, let's transition to our back. Feet on the floor, knees up toward the sky. Take a moment here to connect to your breath rhythm and connect your body to the floor. Place your hands beside your hips. Actively widen your shoulders and press the back side of your shoulders down. Take an inhale here, big back as you inhale. Exhale, lift your hips. Inhale, float the hips down. Exhale, they rise. Find your own breath rhythm. One more time. And release the hips down to the floor. Pause. Keep the hips where they are. Flex your hands and reach your arms overhead. You could also do fists if that works better for you. Then bring your hands down to the floor, palms down if your hands were open, or fists down. As you do this, you're keeping your rib cage connected to the floor, arms above head as if you were moving into downward dog, arms down by the hips. 2 more. Ribs stay connected to the floor as the arms raise above head. And 1 more time. Bring your hands up to the sky. Flex your hands like you were doing a push-up on the ceiling. Bring your knees up to 90 degrees. You're going to alternate bringing one knee to your elbow, then the other knee to your elbow. It requires a significant low ab engagement. One side up, other side up. One side up. You can exhale to engage, and one more time alternating, and stretch arms and legs long. From the belly button, stretch from fingers to toes. Then one more time, come to that bug-like position, hands up to the sky. Float the knees at 90 degrees, and you can keep your knees hips-width apart. It actually helps a little to have a block or something to squeeze the knees. Now instead of alternating, we'll move the knees together. Thinking about touching the arm or elbows at least, maybe even thinking about knees coming to armpits. Lifting both knees in tandem, engaging your low abs. 2 more. And good. Release the foot, or release the feet and the block. Hug both knees into your chest. You can rock side to side if that feels good. Keep your right knee, extend your left foot long, heel resting on the floor. As you exhale, exchange legs. Change legs one more time. Place your right foot on the floor. Arms can be out like a T. Shift your hips slightly as you move the knee across the body. Right shoulder stays tethered to the floor. You can cruise your gaze over to the right hand if that feels all right. One more inhale. Exhale. Gently return to your back. Exchange legs once your hips are square. Use your left foot to guide the hips over to the side, then drape the knee. Left shoulder stays tethered. Gaze can cruise to the left. One more inhale. And exhale, return to your back. Both feet on the floor. Give your knees a hug again. And transition to tabletop, however is easiest for you, rocking forward and back, or rolling to the right side. Tabletop. Cat and cow, as you're ready. Inhaling to extend the spine. Exhale to flex your spine. Inhale, extend. Exhale, flex. Continue on your own breath rhythm. One more. Return to neutral. Extend your right leg back, flex through the foot. Keep the belly button drawing up toward the spine, left arm extends forward. Take a breath in. Exhale, dome your spine. Inhale, extend. Exhale, dome. Inhale, extend. Exhale, dome. One more time, reach long. Replace arm and leg. Left leg extends, pause. Continue drawing the belly button upward toward the spine. Extend the right arm. Find a big breath in and energy through the arm and leg. Dome your spine. Inhale, extend. Exhale, dome. Inhale, extend. Exhale, dome. One more time, reach long. Replace arm and leg. Reach your right arm forward once again, thumb up. You don't have to extend the thumb. I'm just doing it for demonstration. Inhale. As you exhale, sweep your arm back. Your thumb rotates down as your hips go to child's pose. Inhale. Slide the hips forward, thumb up like a hitchhiker. Exhale, the arm sweeps back, hips back, thumbs down. Inhale. Exhale. Left arm has a firm connection to the floor. Opening up through the shoulder. Keep your arm parallel to the floor. That's your safest pathway for the arm. One more. Trade hands. Come up to tabletop, and let's do the first one slowly. Thumb up above head. And just like we did on our back, the ribs don't release. You keep the ribs drawing upward toward the sky, while the humerus also draws up. Inhale. Exhale, thumb down, hips back. Slide forward. Strong connection with the right hand. Your thumb up. As the arm sweeps back, you go to thumb down position. Find this with your breath. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Come back to tabletop and let's take one round of cat and cow. And we'll thread the needle. Right hand lifts, gaze follows. Inhale, exhale, ear and shoulder to the floor. Left arm can extend forward. Breathe into your mid-back here, yogis. On your next inhale, return to tabletop. Equal weight on your forelimbs. Thread the needle second side. Left arm lifts. Exhale, ear and shoulder to the floor. Settle into your breath. Inhale, return to tabletop. And we'll take puppy dog. Walk your hands forward. Your hips stay lifted. You can begin with your forehead on the floor, but allow your upper chest to drape down toward the earth. So you're really letting the belly and your chest go here. For a more intense version, you can put your chin on the floor or your mouth. To come out of this, crawl forward into Sphinx. In Sphinx, press your pelvis down onto the floor so it's firmly anchored and lengthening backward. Elbows are drawing back as your heart reaches forward, so you're threading the heart through your upper arms. Then from here, engage the low abdomen, coming to a forearm plank. Looking just past the hands, we'll take side plank on the left. Bring your left fist to the right elbow, making a 90-degree angle. Come to your left side foot, and from here, lift the bottom side hip up so the pubic bone and your nose are in one line. Option to extend your arm overhead, or you can have your hand on the top hip, encouraging that hip to press upward. Belly button in, one more breath in, and a breath out. Back through forearm plank. We'll take that on the other side. Right fist to left elbow, pivot to your right side foot. Then lift your hips up. And belly button is drawing in. One more breath in. And a breath out. Dolphin, you're on your forearms. They can be palms down or connected at the hands. Dolphin is like downward dog, just on your forearms. Knees are most likely very bent here, but you still bring your hips as close as you can over your shoulders. Continue to press down into your elbows. Breathe in and breathe out. We're transitioning to downward dog, which you can lower your knees to do or go directly to. From downward dog, breathe in, pedal out through your feet. Walk your feet to your hands. Stand at the top of the mat in a forward fold. Knees bent, belly close to thighs. Option to interlace arms. Another breath in. And a breath out. Bend your knees. Inhale all the way up to standing. Slowly unfurling your spine. All right, yogis, let's come into our first sun salutation. We'll do sun salutation B to begin today. Set up your foundation. Feet can be hips width together or hips, I put those together. Hips width apart or together. There we are. Inhale. As you exhale, find chair. Weight is in your heels. Energy and support in the pelvis. Add your arms. For the first time through, you can sweep your arms forward. We've done enough shoulder opening, so arms overhead might feel really nice. Breathe. One more inhale. Exhale, dive forward. Half lift. Plant your hands and step to plank. Pause for a moment. First time in plank. Your back is wide, the hips are narrow, belly button is drawing up. Lower knees to the floor. Shift weight forward on an inhale. Exhale as you lower to the earth. Cobra on an inhale. Downward dog as you exhale. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Big toes come together. Right leg lifts. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Dome your spine. Inhale, kick back. Exhale, step it through to a lunge. First time through, let's lower our knees. Inhale, bring your body up. Arms can come up second. Legs are stable. Breathe in, find length. Breathe out, hands to earth. Plank dog. Take a breath in. And a breath out, big toes together. Left leg lifts. Knee to nose. Inhale, kick back. Step it through. Back knee down, body up. Torso then hands or torso hands together. Another breath in, look skyward. Hands to earth and find downward dog. From downward dog, look forward. Walk the feet to the hands. Half lift. Lower. Chair. Stand up, Tadasana. Find your breath. Round 2. Inhale. Utkatasana, chair. Add your arms. Concentrate the energy or the effort in your pelvis. Softness in the shoulders. One more breath in. Exhale, fold. Half lift, inhale. Step to plank. We'll take an extra breath in here. You can choose to use your knees or not as you lower on an exhale. Cobra. Downward dog. Breath in. Big toes together on your breath out. Right leg lifts. Knee to nose. Inhale, kick back. Step your right foot through, high or low lunge. Body comes up. Exhale, stay. We'll take another breath in here. Option to extend the spine, looking skyward. Plank dog. Breathe in. Unite your big toes. Left leg, knee to nose. Inhale, kick back. Exhale, step it through. Body up on an inhale. Exhale when you arrive. Take another inhale. Hands to earth, plank dog. Breathe in. And breathe out. Step your feet to your hands. Step or hop. Half lift. Release. Chair. And Tadasana. Breath in. Breath out. We'll cut out a few breaths. Single breath movement. Inhale. Exhale, chair. One breath for the arms. Exhale, dive. Half lift. High to low plank, all in one exhale if you choose. Cobra. Downward dog. Right leg immediately lifts. Knee to nose. Inhale, kick back. Step forward to lunge. One breath up, one breath down. Inhale. And exhale all the way to downward dog. Left leg. Knee to nose. Extend. Lunge. Set up your feet so you can travel all the way up and all the way down. Downward dog. Let's take an extra inhale. Prepare to travel. Half lift. Release. Chair. Tadasana. Enjoy a breath in and breath out. Inhale your arms above head, uniting your hands, soft shoulders. Get long and tall through your body. Hips left, torso right. Press more firmly into your left big toe. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Inhale. Stay here as you exhale. Press into your feet as you rise. Shoulders are soft. Reunite that midline energy on an inhale. Hips right, torso left. Breathe. Pressing into your right big toe, drawing the inner thighs toward one another. One more inhale, rise. Exhale, dive forward. Once you're upside down, you can toe heel your feet, hips width apart. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Take a grip of choice. Peace fingers can be around big toes, elbows wide. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, drape. The shoulders tend to want to creep up toward the ears. Slide them down and connect the shoulders to the back, feeling your back widen as the elbows widen. Release your grip and drop your hips down, coming to a little squat. If you can, rock back onto your heels, so you're resting on the heels, and fold your forehead toward your shins, or toward your knees. we're going to work a minute on crow. Before we get into some bigger standing things, we've done the setup for this already in our opening core work. If you have a block, you can step on a block, and that gives you a little mechanical advantage. We want to balance the knees directly over the these are humeri. So you're stacking bone on bone there, looking just past your hands, so your hands and your focus just in front make a triangle. You bring your knees to the upper arm bones and create a connection, and maybe you stay right there, pressing the knees into your upper arm bones and tucking your pelvis, creating this little vortex of energy between the inner thighs. Then you gradually shift your weight forward with that knee to arm connection. Also pressing your arms backward to the knees, and then you might be able to float. Maybe it's one foot, maybe the other. Breathe. Pressing your arms into knees, pressing knees into arms. Transition, high plank, low plank, cobra. Am I red-faced? I know I am. Downward dog. Breathing through that wall. Cueing it was fun. Take another inhale. And exhale. Let's find warriors. Start with the left leg. Lift the leg, bend the knee, and stack your pelvis. Inhale. Exhale, step left foot through, warrior two. Spin back, heel down. And bring the arms together as you come up. So the torso is coming up together, and then separate the arms. I sometimes say windmill. I'm going to offer a different option today. Warrior two, breathe in. And breathe out. Flip your front palm, reach to sky. Exhale, stay. Another inhale. Warrior two. Side angle, Parsvakonasana. Here, rotate your whole rib cage and pelvis open. One more inhale. Exhale, look down for stability. Reach the left arm up. And cartwheel to the floor. Optional, chaturanga through cobra. Or up dog. Meet me in downward dog. Right leg. Lift the leg, bend the knee. Stack your pelvis, keeping the shoulders square. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Back heel down. Then the hands are together. Your torso rises as a unit and then expands. Breathe in. Flip your front palm, reach to the sky, inhale. Another breath in. Warrior two. Reach forward, side angle. Rotating hips and shoulders open. One more time, reach up to the sky. And cartwheel to the floor, optional vinyasa, high to low. From downward dog, breathe in. Now you have a lot of strength and potential energy built in your pelvis. You can hop forward or you can hop into crow if you're feeling like flying. Land your feet if you haven't already, half lift. Lower. All the way up to stand. We'll use that sequence one more as our base. We'll add on a couple more extras. Start with an inhale. And an exhale, half moon. Arms rise. Long body from heels through the back of your head. Hips left, torso right. Stay here for one more full breath cycle. As you inhale, rise, soften the shoulders, energize the midline, hips right, torso left. One more full breath cycle. Use the inhale to rise. Arms to the top of the head, or keep your arms long to extend the spine. Your chest lifts up to the sky, hips move forward. The energy is drawing up from toes to nose. Next inhale, look forward. Hands can come through the heart center or separate as you fold forward. Feet can be hips width apart. Half lift. Exhale, take grip of choice. You can do big toes again or slide hands under feet for a variation. Elbows wide either way. Your back is also wide. That space between your shoulders is expanding. And that makes room for your neck to lengthen. We have one more chance to fly in crow. Setting it up. And then how efficient can you be about this? How little work can you do? Press the arms into your legs and teeter forward. Oops, I'm a little slippery. Transition to high plank, low plank as you're ready. Cobra if you choose. We'll meet in downward dog. Begin our warriors with the left leg. Inhale the left leg up. Bend the knees, stack the pelvis. Option to flip your dog, wild thing. You can land here, hips soften, shoulder softens, then re-engage your pelvis. You can catch behind the head, opening up through the chest. Then transition gently through warrior or into warrior two, left foot forward. Spin the back heel down and windmill the body up. I'm sorry, not windmill, lift and lower. Left arm to sky. Left arm to ankle. Pause here, you can reach above head. And change. One more time, reach to the sky. Cartwheel to the floor and pause. Find the ball of your back foot. Sweep your left arm forward and rotate your hips open. Keep pressing into your left foot, pressing directly down. Breathe in and breathe out. Side plank can be on your right arm or the right forearm. Lift your hips. Press down through the elbow. One more breath in. And high plank, low plank. Cobra will meet in downward dog. Right leg lifts. Bend the knee. Option to flip your dog into wild thing. Soften for a moment, then re-engage. Re-soften to come into warrior two, right foot forward. Inhale. Exhale when you arrive. Right arm to sky. Right arm to ankle. Breathe into the shape. Change. One more time, reaching up to the sky. And cartwheel to the floor. Ball of the back foot. Pelvis stays square. Reach your left arm forward. Then rotate your body open. One more breath in. Side plank. Almost forgot that fun ending on the forearm or on the hand. Once you're there, lift your hips up. Last breath in. And Vinyasa, high to low plank. We'll meet in downward dog. Breathe in. And breathe out. Come to child's pose. Knees can be wide. Big toes together. Ground your pelvis. Walk your hands over to the right. Left hand can rest on the right, or you can wrap your hands behind the back. Or, I'm sorry, just the right hand behind your back. Sweep your arms through center as you exhale, and over to the other side. Right hand can stack on left, or left hand can wrap behind back. Come back to center. Bring your body up for camel. So you're standing on your knees. You can use a block or a prop in a couple ways. Squeezing the block with your inner thighs helps create the support you need in the pelvis. You can also place the block back there for one hand or for the other if you need support. We'll do this twice, so you can do it with one hand or the other. Visualize the line of energy from your pubic bone to your sternum and then sternum to nose. Those 3 points are working in relation to each other. If you're squeezing the block, you'll feel that pubic space energize, move it forward. Hands can be at the heart as you lift up through the sternum, and that moves your head back. And lastly, release the back of your head, and now you have upward energy through the pelvis. Maybe reaching up with one hand. Back with the other. You could do both hands and then do a different variation the second time. One more inhale, exhale, draw the energy up, coming to neutral, looking forward, then crease at the hips to sit down just for a moment, preparing the second side. Before you do so, you might just drop your chin down, flattening out the back of your neck. Not flexing it forward, just neutralizing it by dropping the chin down. Now preparing for second side. If you remember which arm went up, we'll do the opposite here. Squeeze inner thighs, creating a first chakra point of stability. Then draw up to your fourth chakra, the heart. And here you can release the head back slightly, trusting that the support is in your core. One more inhale. Exhale, look forward. It is very hard to talk when you really release your head all the way back. There is something both scary and magical about releasing your head and trusting the openness of our throat. It's not a position we're comfortable in, but it's definitely a position we need to counteract the time we spend doing this. Let's come to our belly. Opening up the quadriceps a bit. Left hand under the forearm, right hand reaches back for the foot. Draw the heel toward the glutes, elbows pointing up to the sky. If you want a little more intensity, you can be in half sphinx. Gently release right foot, exchange arms. Heel to the glute, elbow up to sky. Gently release. Floor bow if you choose. So floor bow, you're holding both feet, kicking into the feet and balancing on the pelvis. You can also do double frog, just drawing the feet towards your glutes simultaneously. Wherever you are, you're breathing. And gently release. Windshield wiper your legs. Then tandem your shins side to side. And gently release. Come up to a seated position, however it's easiest for you to adjust. We'll begin in Janu Shirshasana to the left. So the left leg's extended, right leg is folded in, heel at the perineum. You can bolster that leg with a block or even a water bottle on its side. Sweep your right arm up and over, keeping the right hip connected to the floor firmly as you side bend your spine. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale your body up, place the right hand down. Sweep the left arm across the body as you lift your hips. You can find the back of your head and release the back of the head, as we mentioned a moment ago. Then the hips guide you back down. And as you keep that circle going, bring your right hip forward with a little butt walk. So now your hips are facing the extended legs. Sit up tall. Inhale and exhale, fold. Double check both hips. The ischium, the rounded bone at the bottom of your pelvis, is balanced, still pressing down, and from there you're lengthening through the back of the torso, the back of the leg. Inhale your body back up. Take your right leg, cross it over your left. If that's not available, you can do the same version we just did. Inhale and exhale, fold. As you inhale, bring the body up. Trade legs. Right leg is long, left leg folds in. You can bolster the knee as you need, sitting equally on both sitting bones. Take your left arm up and over. As you go, the left hip anchors even more. It wants to come along for the right. You have to tell it to stay where it is. And that convinces the spine to bend. Breathe in and breathe out. Use the inhale to rise. Replace your left hand. Sweep your right arm across the body, and this starts to feel like a circular motion. Your pelvis is pressing skyward. Then you reverse that circle. Your hips go down torso circles, and then you keep going that direction, bringing your hip for a little walk forward. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale your body up. Take your left foot, Ardha Padmasana, half lotus, cross it, and just, the foot can be really sickled, bent out of shape. You're actually stretching the ankle by doing that. But you're anchoring the femur down, right at the top of the joint. Sit up tall, exhale, fold. And while it looks the same as Janu Shirshasana, forehead to knee, it's actually called Marichyasana C. Inhale your body up. Release the left leg and extend both out to the side. Upavishta Konasana. Sitting up tall. Inhale, exhale. Spine is long as you reach your body forward. Chest reaching forward, throat reaching forward. Energy really directed up while your pelvis is still anchored through the ischium. Ischial tuberosities. I didn't have to worry about pluralizing the Latin for ischiums. Ischia. There we go. Inhale your body up and slowly bring your legs together. Flex feet, sit up tall, inhale, exhale, forward fold. Next time your body comes up, adjust your pelvis so you can lay down on the mat. Back to where we began, with feet on the floor, knees up toward the sky. Find your breath. Allow your pelvis to be heavy. Hug your knees. Keeping the back of the pelvis on the floor. You can rock side to side if that feels good, or forward and back. Cross your right knee over the left so you're crossed at the femurs, and then hold on to the available feet with your hands. Squeeze your inner thighs. Kick your left foot. Kick your right foot. Then squeeze your inner thighs again. Gently release. Your right leg was probably on top. Change, so left leg crosses on top. Find your feet again. And you're opening your feet out to the side. The pelvis feels like it's narrowing and widening simultaneously. Be gentle on the knees. Kick into your left foot, right foot. Breathe in and breathe out. Release the feet to the outsides of the mat, feet on the floor. Then drape your knees in towards each other so they soften. Extend your arms out to the side, breathe in. Exhale, cross right arm over left, and rest here. You can intensify by really squeezing in like a tourniquet or a boa constrictor, or you can just let the weight of your arms stretch the back. In other movement philosophies, this is called constructive rest. The object is to release any muscular tension in the body. The legs are supporting themselves. On your next inhale, really Release your arms open. It was probably your right arm on top. This time drape your opposite arm on top of the left, or left on top of right. And again, constructive rest. It's a restful position with minimal to no physical effort, but constructive as it provides immense benefits for the body and the mind. Gently release. Yogi's choice finish. Happy baby is an excellent choice. You might choose an inversion. We actually did a setup for headstand, if headstand's in your practice. Or you could take shoulder stand, or just legs up the wall, or up toward the sky. Reading some of my yoga text during quarantine, I'm reminded that headstands are one of the very most important parts of a yoga practice, prescribed to be done every day. Without question, every day you do or inversion, I should say. The text really like a headstand, but any inversion will do. Whatever your final pose is, take another breath or two to explore within the shape. And when you wrap up your next breath, gently prepare your exit out of that pose and into Shavasana. Shavasana today. Extend your legs long, let your feet rotate open. Palms can be open toward the sky. Find your breath rhythm once again, yogis. Long, slow inhales and exhales. You could visualize the breath entering the right nostril, exiting the left, entering the left, exiting the right. With training, you can train the breath to operate independently in each nostril. Or you can use your imagine to encourage that pathway of air in one side, out the other, meaningfully directing your energy. In this time of social reckoning, we are learning to redirect our energy in meaningful ways. Our physical energy that often carries the residue of our emotions, anxiety, sadness, guilt, anger, frustration, joy even. They live on our skin and in our muscles and bones. That residue is there. And then the same for our headspace. gently. I welcome you to stay in Shavasana or bring yourself up to a seated position. We'll finish with one Om tonight. Join me if you choose. Hands at the heart center. Inhale. Bow your head to meet your heart. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste, yogis. Fantastic to see you today. Always great to see you on a Friday. Have an excellent end to your week and an excellent start to your weekend. We'll see you again soon next week.